All right. Thanks, Tim. Good morning, everybody. Well, for us, we're coming off a good break. It's been a really good break. Just ready to get back going, and proud of our team and how they've responded, how they've gone back to work this last week and a half or so. Been a lot of good time for us as a staff to try to position ourselves for the best finish possible. The one thing I'll say as we get back going, the 8 weeks has flown by. I mean, it has been an absolute blur from when we first started August 1st. And, it goes fast, man. It goes fast. So I don't have any doubt these next 5 weeks are going to go by just as fast. So just trying to, really just enjoy all of it. Again, I love this time of year. It's my favorite time of the year. I love the season and, the challenges that come each and every week. And just excited to get back at it, especially here at home. Got another big challenge this week with Georgia Tech. This is a really good football team. Truly 2 plays away from being 6-0. You watch the Tennessee tape. I have no idea how they lost. It's amazing they lost the ball game. Unbelievable. Turnovers was the key, the costly thing. Gave them short fields, but they really dominated the game. And then the Miami game, what a ball game! And it comes down to a 4th and 10. 2 defenders go up. How they don't get the ball, I have no idea. And the ball, it's kind of rainy. Ball bounces, guy falls down, ball comes down on his chest. Unbelievable play. So I mean, this is a football team that's 4-2, but truly, literally, just 2 plays away from being 6-0. This is a very good team. Paul's done an awesome job of getting these guys a great plan each and every week and in position to win. So we don't have any doubt that we're going to be in for a big fight Saturday night here in the Valley. Offensively, obviously we play them every year, so we're very familiar with who they are, and they are who they are. And it is, whatever this year is, year 9 for me, it never is easy to play these guys. It is always an incredible undertaking. The amount of discipline that you have to play with, you just can't get bored doing your job over and over and over for 60 minutes. It's just, tackling is at a premium because of their style of play and the way they force you into one-on-one coverage and open field tackles. Being able to play the cut blocks, having the discipline because, they don't throw the ball a lot. I think right now they're averaging 4 completions a game, but it's almost 18 yards a catch, So whenever they do throw it, it's a big play, and it's typically because somebody doesn't have their eyes on the wrong thing. All of a sudden they try to do somebody else's job, and here goes a guy wide open. So it's just a real challenge from a discipline standpoint, and but we're looking forward to the matchup. The quarterback's been very impressive. He's a guy that knows the system, and that's what Paul wants, a guy that can go out there and that can make the decisions that need to be made, because it's if this then that type of an offense. It's kind of what it's the old school RPOs, I guess. Now you got RPOs. That's modern day option football, where the quarterback's empowered to make a lot of decisions, and so Paul does a great job of teaching their system and equipping the quarterback with answers. Defensively, a very veteran group. They've shown a lot of different things this year based on who they've played. Played Wake Forest completely different than they played a couple other teams. So and then every week they've had a few game plan wrinkles mixed in for that opponent. But it's a veteran group, especially in the secondary. Ton of guys back that have started a bunch of games. They're active up front. Ted does as good a job as anybody out there schematically. Again, got to play well. That's really what we got to do. But I do want to say again, it's been a good break, but it's been a tough break for our team and our staff. And I'm proud of, again, how these guys have responded. We're where we hope to be at this point. And what I mean by that, obviously you want to win them all. But last game of October, heading into November, right now we're in position. We're one of those teams that's got a shot. And, for this division, for this conference. And that's really what our goal has always been. So after 7 games, really nothing's changed. So it's all about how we finish. And so our focus this week is just really, getting back out there and playing the best 4 quarters that we've played this season. That's really the only agenda we have, is to play our best game this week, and the best 4 quarters, and just play by play, and see if we can build some good momentum down the stretch here. And then also, I've got the pink on, so this is our breast cancer awareness game, and something that we're passionate about and excited to always participate in around here. Appreciate Clemson Athletics and everyone just partnering up with the All In Foundation and helping us make a difference in this community. Just a few, couple things just to kind of remind people about breast cancer. It is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in the state of South Carolina. And it's the second most common cause of cancer-related deaths among women in South Carolina. So it is a very deadly disease, but also through research we know that if it's caught early enough, there is a good survival rate. But 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. And roughly 85% of breast cancers occur in women who have no family history of the disease. So, it's just something that we are passionate about, and, especially Kath and our family background. It's something that we really take a lot of pride in trying to make a difference in the community. And I know we've been able to do that through the mobile mammography bus. Foundation is purchasing another bus for St. Francis, and these buses go into underserved communities and provide these free mammograms for women that wouldn't go and get one otherwise. And so I'm just really appreciative of the community and all the people, that help raise funds. And one of the things we're doing is we've been selling the pins, and those can be purchased online. At ClemsonTigers.com. Also, you can go to the Tiger Sports Shop, Tigertown Graphics, Palmetto Moon, Raspberry Fizz, Judge Keller's. Also be sold in the stadium stores, and those proceeds, they're the national championship breast cancer pins this year, so they're really cool. So we're excited about that. And then also, this is the second Text to Give that we've done. We started that last year, so it started this past couple days ago, and it'll run through Sunday, October the 29th. All you got to do is text the word DABO, D-A-B-O. There's no 2 B's in there. It's not 2 A's. It's not an O, DABO. It's an A as in apple, DABO, D-A-B-O. So text DABO. And to the number 41444, 41444 to complete your donation. And then what will happen is you'll get a text back. So appreciate everybody contributing. And listen, whether you give $1 or $1,000, it don't matter, man. It all goes to this great cause. And I know WCCP's in the house, and I appreciate y'all's support. Man, Ben Milstead came in last year, brought a check. I could not believe it, and that was all generated through WCCP and their listeners and the people who just gave to the cause. And just really cool to see everybody kind of rally and know that the money that's given to this foundation for breast cancer is staying in this community. I think that's something that I think people got excited about. It goes directly to breast cancer prevention and research in the upstate. It goes straight to researchers at Clemson, researchers at Anderson University, and then, as I said, to St. Francis in funding the now 2 mobile mammography buses that are booked solid year-round and making a difference for a lot of people. So just appreciate everybody's support and look forward to a great night, Saturday night in the Valley. Any questions? All right, glad y'all had a good break. We'll see y'all later.
In your time here, why doesn't it get any easier to play Georgia Tech? I mean, you see them every year, and you know that they're a little bit different. I know you guys work the triple option a little bit in the offseason to make sure you're ready. But why doesn't it get any easier?
Well, I mean, Paul he's a great football coach, man. I mean, he's been doing this, I mean, I don't know. How old is Paul Johnson? Anybody know? Anybody have any idea? I don't know how old he is.
He's, I want to say in the
60s?
21st year, full
I mean, you know, Georgia Southern, Navy, Georgia Tech. I mean, he's a winner, and I mean he's been successful because you never know you don't ever have to worry about who they are. I mean, they have an identity, and they believe in their identity, and they know what they're doing. They know how to recruit to it, and they know how to execute it. Everything comes down to execution. And, you know, they've been able to execute this triple option offense to perfection. And then, you know, you don't see it a whole lot. Obviously, we play them every year, so it's, you know, some teams, I feel sorry for them teams that you know, they look and they go, oh, how did we schedule them? Or it's like, oh, God, it's our turn to play Georgia Tech, and you're on the other side and you never see them. It's a challenge. It's just, it is assignment football, you know, at its finest. And you have to play with such discipline, such great technique, and I mean, they just stress you from all angles. So it just never gets easy, never gets easy. And then he's been doing this so long, he's got answers, you know. So if you just, I don't care how good your fastball is, if you just keep throwing a fastball, he's going to hit it in a long way. So just great respect for Paul and just what they do, and you know, and then defensively they've been really good. I mean, you know, like I said, Ted is you know, outstanding, and really understands how to get those guys in position to have a chance to be successful.
Coach, I know you had a lot of guys banged up after the Syracuse game. Where are you health-wise, especially obviously Kelly and Travis had the tweaked hamstring?
Yeah, we're in a great spot right now. I mean, as good as we could be at this point. I mean, you know, there's not a team out there that going into game. Some team, I guess, some team going at 9. We're going into game 8. There's nobody out there that doesn't have, you know, something going on within their team. But from a playing standpoint, I think we're in a really good spot for this point of the season. You know, Kelly is getting better every single day. I mean, he's looked great yesterday, and, you know, hopefully he'll continue to progress all through the week and be ready to roll. You know, just kind of comes with the territory. You know, I mean, Deshaun last year played at least 3 games with a bad shoulder. I don't remember if it was the Syracuse game, but I can't remember what it was. Right before half, he got hit, came out with his shoulder, didn't play the whole second half. I think it was Syracuse. Is that who it was? Yeah, didn't play at all the second half, and I mean his shoulder was in a bad shape, and you know, he went about 3 weeks after that where he didn't practice till Wednesday. You know, just soreness, and then he'd get a shot in his shoulder and he'd go play the game, and then kind of start back over. You know, sore on Sunday, sore on Monday, did a little more on Tuesday, cut him loose on Wednesday, and so, you know, there's just certain things that, you know, you have to kind of play through as you go through this game, and but eventually it gets better. And so, you know, I think we're in a good spot. Marcus Edmonds back in practice. That's been really good. He's not quite. He's in green, which means you're back in practice. But we still got you on a little bit of a limited capacity. But it's just good to see him back out because he hasn't been in practice. He's been in yellow, which means you're just with the strength coaches and the trainers the whole time and doing rehab type stuff. So he's in green, and you know, he's just got to kind of work through that soreness, a little bit of soreness that he's got there. But he's much better, and I think a lot closer to you know, getting back full time. And he's a guy that I think can really help us. So hopefully we can get him back for a good stretch run here.
With Kelly, would you have stuck with him if he hadn't gotten the concussion? Would you have left him out there a little bit longer? Clearly, he tweaked or re-injured his ankle a little bit during the game. And what your plan?
Had he not gotten the concussion? Yeah, absolutely. He kept playing, unless the trainer said he couldn't play or he said he couldn't play. Absolutely.
Kelly was saying yesterday that he knows his legs are a big part of his game and he wants to keep using them. How do you kind of balance that, wanting him to still be aggressive running but also not get hurt?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we run the quarterback here. It's what we do. I mean, it's like not handing it to your running back. You know, because he's a little sore. I mean, we play. We run our offense. That's what we do. I mean, you ask your quarterback to try to be smart. You know, I thought Deshaun got much better at that. He got a little reckless at times, but I thought as he went through his career, he got a lot smarter as far as being able to, you know, don't take some unnecessary hits. But there's times where, hey, you got to go get it. And so, you know, you just same thing. You just ask him to play smart. But, you know, I mean, Paul's going to run his quarterback too. A lot. Like 64 carries, maybe not for him, but he's going to get half of them or more. So, I mean, it's just what we do. We run, and that's why it's option football. In 2017, just a different way to do it. But our quarterback is always going to be a factor with his legs. And if he can't put us in position to win, then you put somebody else in there.
Clarity on the kicking situation, and are y'all still experimenting with Drew Costa?
You got as much clarity on the kicking situation as I got right now. I promise you. You know, it's just frustrating. You know, obviously that was a big loss for us losing Hugel, but it's frustrating because, you know, I see Alex do it in practice, and just I mean he's been awesome since the Syracuse game. I mean, he comes out to practice and, you know, we track everyone, making them kick. Everybody's getting the same kick. You know, everything's the same. Everybody's got to have the same everything. I don't want anything different for anybody, and we're trying to just let them compete their tails off. And I'm just asking them to make the layups. I mean, I ain't even interested in, you know, a three-pointer. It's just make the layups. We're just running layup drill, Coach, every day. That's what we do. We're just running layup drill. And if we can just make some layups, we can maybe grow from there. And right now, today, Alex is still out front. You know, but we still got Tuesday practice, Wednesday practice, Thursday practice. And I'm going to watch warm-ups. It'll be the most watched warm-ups in the history of kicking warm-ups. Get there early. I'm going to chart it all the way to kickoff. I'm charting it. And I have no idea who's going to run out there first. If play today, it'd be Alex. But, you know, at some point, we got to take it to the game field. I mean, I like everybody. It's not personal. I mean, but you got to perform.
Is Costa still in this kick-to-kick, day-to-day
He
contract?
is definitely. He's doing great. He's every day he's extending his contract. So, you know, he's getting to eat meals now. So walk-ons get to eat. So it's good. So he's loving life. Going, I guess, give him some gear this weekend. You know, he's really done a good job. I mean, he's got a live leg, and then Christian's done fine too. Christian's right there. I mean, they're just kind of all right there. But Alex is still out front from practice. But again, at some point, we've got to get the performance on the field, and you know, go from there. So we'll see.
Because of the different mentality sometimes that kickers have and a lot of the uniqueness of that, do you have to handle this a little differently than you would maybe struggles with another position group on the team?
Yes. I mean, you know, their kickers typically are not guys that played linebacker. You know, they're usually a little different. So you have to try to figure out how to best communicate with them and all that type of stuff. And, you know, Milt does a great job with all that. But at some point, that stuff's got to get out of the way too, and let's get the job done. And, you know, if not, let's go to the next guy and give somebody else a chance. So that's where we are.